Welcome to Tech Vibe, where we pull back the curtain on the world of high-end hardware and give you the absolute truth behind the industry's biggest leaks. If you are holding onto your cash waiting for the next massive jump in camera technology, what we are discussing today might just change your entire buying strategy for the rest of the year. For nearly a decade, professional sports and wildlife photographers, along with independent filmmakers, have been demanding one thing from Nikon: a true mirrorless successor to the legendary Nikon D500. For years, the crop sensor market has felt like a massive compromise, forcing creators to either spend $5,000 on full-frame flagship bodies or deal with massive rolling shutter distortion and stripped-down features on mid-tier hardware. But the latest supply chain intelligence confirms that Nikon is preparing to deploy what many inside the industry are calling the nuclear option. The Nikon Z90 is officially on the horizon, and the leaked specifications indicate that this is not just an incremental upgrade. It is an absolute monster designed to destroy the competition. We are talking about a compact flagship body that packs the processing power of the $6,000 Nikon Z9, paired with groundbreaking technology that could make full-frame systems look completely overpriced. In this exclusive breakdown, we are diving deep into the architecture of this upcoming powerhouse, including a game-changing cinema partnership that no one saw coming, a sensor layout that completely eliminates the dreaded jello effect, and a price tag that will send shockwaves through the executive offices of Sony and Canon. If you want to understand exactly how this device will reshape premium creative markets across the United States, Europe, and Canada, make sure to stay locked in because the architectural details we have uncovered get crazier by the minute. To truly understand why the Nikon Z90 is being hailed as the mini Z9, we have to look directly at the heart of the machine, the sensor. According to concrete supply chain leaks, the Z90 will debut a brand new 33-megapixel DX format stacked CMOS sensor. Now, if you are a casual shooter, that number might just sound like a nice resolution bump. But for professional action, sports, and wildlife creators, the word stacked changes everything. Standard sensors read data line by line, which creates a noticeable delay. When you pan quickly across a stadium or track a bird cutting through the sky, this slow readout speed causes rolling shutter distortion, turning vertical lines into tilted, distorted mush. By utilizing a stacked sensor architecture with integrated high-speed memory layers built directly behind the pixels, the Nikon Z90 achieves a readout speed so fast that rolling shutter is effectively eliminated. This means you get the benefits of a global shutter without the massive dynamic range penalties. Photographers will be able to capture fast-moving subjects with absolute geometric perfection using a fully electronic shutter, completely removing mechanical wear and tear from the equation. But the sensor architecture is only half of the story. To process this massive firehose of data, Nikon is implementing its flagship EXPEED processor, optimized specifically for this high-density crop sensor. This pairing unlocks a level of performance that has never been seen before at this price point. The leaks point to a blistering continuous shooting speed of up to 15 frames per second using the mechanical shutter, but when you switch over to the electronic shutter, the Z90 explodes into life, delivering up to 120 frames per second in specialized burst modes with full autofocus and auto-exposure tracking. Best of all, because the sensor reads data instantly, your electronic viewfinder will remain completely blackout-free. You will never lose sight of a fast-moving target in the middle of a high-speed burst, giving wildlife and action shooters a massive competitive advantage in the field. The processing power also brings Nikon's most advanced artificial intelligence subject tracking algorithms directly into the crop sensor lineup. The autofocus system on the Z90 is pulled straight from the flagship Z9 and Z8 bodies. This means the camera doesn't just look for contrast or simple faces, it uses deep learning neural networks to instantly identify, categorize, and track human eyes, animals, birds, vehicles, airplanes, and motorbikes. Whether a subject is moving directly toward the lens or weaving through heavy cover like branches and leaves, the AI tracking locks on with a level of stickiness that makes missing a shot almost impossible. For creators working in the premium Western markets where fast turnaround times and tack-sharp accuracy are mandatory for editorial and commercial success, this autofocus system alone makes the Z90 an indispensable tool. While the photography specifications are staggering, the real disruption is happening in the video department, and this is where Nikon is about to completely shift the balance of power in the camera industry. Following Nikon's historic acquisition of Red Digital Cinema, filmmakers have been speculating about when we would see Hollywood-grade cinema technology trickle down into consumer-level hardware. The answer is right here. The Nikon Z90 is heavily rumored to be the very first compact hybrid body to feature internal 6K REDCODE RAW video recording. Let that sink in for a moment. This is not highly compressed 10-bit video masquerading as professional footage. This is uncropped, high bitrate, authentic raw data captured directly from the 33-megapixel sensor, allowing independent filmmakers and commercial directors to adjust exposure, white balance, and color curves in post-production with zero image degradation. The inclusion of RED's legendary color science into an accessible, lightweight body means that creators can achieve an authentic Hollywood cinematic look without hauling around massive, $10,000 camera rigs. For documentary filmmakers, wedding videographers, and indie creators across Canada, the UK, and the US, this is the ultimate game changer. Of course, shooting high bitrate 6K video and capturing 120 frames per second bursts generates an immense amount of heat. This has always been the Achilles heel of compact hybrid cameras, leading to unexpected overheating shutdowns right in the middle of crucial client shoots. Nikon has clearly learned from the mistakes of its competitors. The leaked body designs for the Z90 reveal a rugged, weather-sealed magnesium alloy chassis that incorporates an innovative passive thermal management system. While it maintains a compact, handheld form factor that is ideal for long days in the field, the internal structure uses advanced heat sinks and specialized venting to pull heat away from the sensor and processor efficiently. This ensures that creators can record extended takes in demanding environments without worrying about thermal limitations. To support this professional workflow, the physical layout of the Z90 is built to exact professional standards. The camera features a robust in-body image stabilization system, offering up to 8 stops of vibration compensation. This means you can confidently shoot handheld video or capture crisp, long-exposure stills without a tripod, even when using heavy telephoto lenses. For data security and speed, the camera will include dual card slots, combining an ultra-fast CFexpress Type B slot for heavy video bit rates and high-speed bursts with a standard SD UHS-2 slot for seamless backups and everyday shooting. When you add all of these features together, the big question naturally becomes the cost. In an industry where major brands are constantly raising prices and locking advanced features behind massive paywalls, Nikon is taking a radically different approach. Industry insiders indicate that the Nikon Z90 will launch with an incredibly aggressive target price of approximately $2,000 to $2,200. By positioning a stacked sensor, RED RAW capable flagship body at this exact price point, Nikon is bypassing the traditional market structure entirely. It presents a serious threat to full-frame setups that cost twice as much, proving that you do not need to compromise on speed, build quality, or cinematic capability just because you prefer a lighter, more agile crop sensor ecosystem. Here at TechVibe, we track every shift in the hardware landscape, and the incoming data shows that the production roadmap is accelerating, pointing toward an official announcement in the coming months. This device is shaping up to be the definitive value proposition of the decade for serious visual creators. If you want to make sure you are always at the absolute forefront of high-end hardware analysis and professional tech leaks, do not miss out on what is coming next. Smash that like button, subscribe to TechVibe right now, and make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss a breakdown. Let us know down in the comments if you are planning to hold onto your cash for this mini Z9 or if you are sticking with full frame. Stay tuned, stay ahead of the curve, and we will see you in the very next video.